folks, what have I got today? Well, today I've got this. Anybody recognise it? I'm sure some folk do. It's a VCR, video cassette recorder. This particular model is a Sharp VC-MH705. Doesn't say the date, but I reckon it's probably somewhere around 2000, 2001, maybe as late as 2005. Don't know, but it's an old machine. As far as I know, it's not quite working properly. Maybe a problem with the input, which are for us in the UK and Europe is SCART. For those of you in the States or the Far East, it'll be something different. Probably just the coaxial, maybe some other connector. But I got SCART on the back of this, which is unique to Europe. So I'll turn it on. I'll have a look inside, see what's happening inside it. I know it does take a tape, and tapes go in it, so I presume the mechanism's all working right. It's just the probably, like I said, the interface for the SCART controller that's maybe a bit dodgy. Anyway, I'm going to open it up, have a look inside, and see what's happening. So I've got the VCR on the bench here. Let's have a quick ganders at it. It says it's a 6-head NiCad hi-fi stereo, 1 minute rewind, simple NTSC playback. We've got a second line in here, or a third line because we've got two SCARTs on the back. Standby, eject, menu, set, channel, pause, record, fast forward, rewind, stop, play, you know, all the sorts of usual stuff. And on the back, not a lot. Main thing we've got are the two SCART leads. We've got a line in, which is in and out, and a line 2 in and decoder. So I presume that's going to work as a pass-through. We also have our coax, of which this box can't deal with because this is analog tuner inside, so there's no point connecting a coaxial up to it because we don't get analog TV anymore. And then a couple of audio sockets. The RCA is that type for an external audio. Right. So I suppose I want to take the top off. A couple of screws on the top here. That's one. Two. And the top, just see, that's it, nice and simple, just comes off. And now we can see the inside. I want a pointing stick, I'll get a pencil. We're poking in there with a screwdriver really, not when it's turned on, I'll get electrocuted. So quite simple really inside here, not too bad. I mean, this looks like the main mechanism. Underneath is one single board, a single board for everything pretty much, with the exception we've got a little board here for something that's been added on, and this is the over here, this board is obviously the input decoder board for the SCARTs. There's the can there for the coaxial. Over the side, so you can see that this is quite a beast. The power looks like the power's this side. There are all the power regulations here. I thought it might be a separate board. There used to be a separate board. You used to get, you know, a fairly chunky I forgot what you call it now. What are these things? Because don't use them so often, do we? Very rarely get these transformers. That's it. A chunky transformer, big AC transformer, some smoothing. There is a bridge rectifier in here, just down. I can see that now down the bottom there, and smoothing capacitors. But this, I bet, this is some sort of switch mode power supply, and that will be the separation between the input stage and the output stage over here. So I bet that that's what we got there, rather than a linear sort of old style AC input, then rectified. We've got, yeah, a switch mode affair here, and it just goes underneath. So I expect all the controls underneath. There's probably a processor on the board underneath all this, and this is just the mechanical chassis side with the this is the read head for the video. It's a video read head. There's a little head over here which I expect is the erase head, and then we've got another head here which is the audio. And looking at it, it's, I wonder if this is a stereo audio, because you've got two, looks like two points where it can read audio, one on the top, one on the bottom. I don't know if anybody's ever looked in a tape cassette player. The head units are much smaller, much more close together. So yeah, I reckon that's probably two heads in there for that audio, and this is the video. Now this says it's a 6 head, but I don't know if it is. The whole thing spins lovely. The main thing I love about this is that this looks like it's a brushless DC motor. You can tell by all the coils around here and profile. There's a fixed, and this is being this ring on the outside would be a fixed magnet with the different polarities of north and south, either north and south or 4-way or 6-way, however it's made, and then got the coils, and it runs really smoothly as the tape comes round. So yeah, that's a lovely affair, lovely range. Brushless DC motor in a machine that's probably 15 years old or more, and if you think about it, this is at the end of the life of VCRs. Before this, you know, go back to the 80s and 90s, they were much more heavily constructed than this. This is rather a, I suppose, slimmed down affair really. I mean, I've seen stuff with some right old gubbins inside them, much heavier duty innards in them than this machine. But let's turn it on and see if it actually does anything. I've got the remote here, look, and as far as I know this remote does still work. And I've got this. Now this tape is old. I mean, it's a Maxell, but I don't imagine it runs very well. So let's turn the machine on and have a look. So it comes up with a little display on the front here. I'm not going to move it around too much because it's turned on now, so I don't want to get electrocuted. It's got sharp, as it is a sharp machine. So I'll just hit the button. Channel 1, display lights up, nice green backlit LCD display on there. That's a nice display. Better displays than we get on the modern digital recorders, digital set-top recorder boxes, which I think have got a really rubbish interface. I could use harsher language about it, but I won't on this occasion. So let's put this tape in and have a look, see what it does. There you go, it takes the tape in. As you can see, it takes the tensioners, take the tape around the video head, the reader, and it's spinning now. And over here it's tensioned against the I suppose that's to delete head, and then here's the audio head, and it's just tensioned in. It's not playing at the moment. I suppose if I hit play and see what happens, not expecting too much. There you go, it is actually playing. Both the wheels are turning. Yeah, it's working. It does actually work. So it's an amazement of the mechanism. The whole tensioning thing, tensioning at the head. The head is spinning, and the four, well, on this one, the 6 heads that are in this unit that's spinning round, reading the tape as it's pulled over it. And then the audio is from here. Except if you've got hi-fi stereo, which is actually on the audio tape apparently, on the videotape. So it's read from the spinning head here and not from the audio here. That's what I've been led to believe, so yeah, and it is apparently working. So let's just stop that using the remote. Marvellous, because the remote works, which is amazing, because most remotes after about 2 years stop working, and then you have to get up and move to the TV and fiddle around or buy a new remote and get very annoyed with the damn thing. There you go, it does actually work. Let's just eject the tape, work out the tension mechanism comes up there, and the head slowly stops spinning. Marvellous. VC, let's just, I'm just going to try and see if I can, bit of odd angle so I can get in on that head there. So that is effectively DC brushless motor. That's just, to me, being a bit of a techie, I think that is an absolute amazing engineering development. Right, let's just come back out again. Find the scale was up before, completely knocked it off, haven't I? Yeah, I was thinking about taking it apart a bit more, but do I need to? I don't think I need to really. I say the main carriage unit, it looks like it's a separate unit. I think it would just, there's a few screws here and here, a couple at the back there, and the whole mechanism will just come out, and then underneath you'll just have the main board, which, yeah, there's not a lot to it, is there really? But engineering wise, it's an absolute marvel. I suppose I should have a look to see if it'll actually play and run. Let me see if I can get that set up. So here we are in front of the TV. I'm going to switch it all on and see if we can get something to work, so if I can get it to record something. I'm not overly hopeful, I must admit, so but you never know, it might just work. Right, first of all, let's
picking up the west.
Change it over to the AV, but of course nothing's on yet. Now, if I plug that in, we've got no signal because it's just on standby at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Xbox through it. Yeah, an old Xbox, an old video recorder, so everything's old in this place. Nothing about me, hopefully. Well, there you go. The pass-through on it's working fine. So yeah. Let's have a look at the memory. See what's on here. I haven't used this in a long time, but we've got stuff on here, definitely. Baldur's Gate, Brute Force. Can't even pronounce that. Ghost Recon, Halo, Halo 2. Remember the old Halo games? I think they're brilliant classics. You can get emulators and put them on your PC if you want, but I do like the original Halo, very good game. Heroes of the Pacific, a whole bunch of other games. Morrowind, it's a classic game I really like. I know the guy from Random Gaming HD tends to quite like this, I think. There you go. So I know the Xbox works. Now what about the actual video machine? So let's turn that off. Now if I put that onto channel 1, and it tells me it's gone to the clock setting, because it's, you know, gets turned off all the time, so it never holds the clock memory. Hasn't got the smart memory chips in them for holding memory settings when you turn this thing off, not like modern stuff. So what I'll do, press menu to exit that. Now let's put this tape. By the way, I don't really know what's on this tape. I could be very embarrassed when this plays because it's just an old tape. Don't really know where it's from, like I say, or what's on it. So do apologise if something rude pops up. In it goes, and it's taken it in. So let's hit the play button. And ooh, nice grainy, don't like that. It is playing, but it's obviously such a rubbish tape, and the signal's so awful. It's not actually TV's just gone. No, I don't recognise that. Don't like it. But the mechanism is playing. Just a terrible tape. So let's stop that. So. Turn the Xbox back on. Now, just got to find the channel that is gonna play the Xbox through. Not that one. That one. There we go. So in theory, I should be able to hit record now and record what's happening on the on the TV, and I'll just move through some menu settings and then see if we can play it back or not. Live in hope, I suppose. So there's a record button on the front here. Let's just hit that. That's now recording. So if I just have a flick through here, it should be recording what I'm doing. So let's have a quick look at the music, see what I've got on here. Some of this stuff I haven't listened to in a long time. Alive. They're an American band, but I put Australia because I got a copy of their first album from somebody from Australia. There you go. Chili's, Coldplay, got a compilation there of stuff. Covers. What on earth is this? Covers. Oh yeah, some stuff from a very long time ago when doing some covers. These were the covers. New Rose, back case, needles and pins, Smells Like Teen Spirit, all good stuff. Blitzkrieg Bop, well never mind. Well, that hopefully should have recorded for nearly 2 minutes, so let's just stop that now, and what we'll do is turn the Xbox off. See if we can rewind this. I only want to rewind it a small way because I want to see if it's played, if it's recorded what I've just been doing. Okay, so let's press play. And there you go. Yeah, it's recorded it. Only the quality's rubbish because it's such an old tape. I expect it's just rubbish quality tape that's been recorded over again and again and again. So so yeah, quality's absolutely terrible, but it has actually recorded. So the unit, the VCR, is actually working. It's fully functional. Just needs some new tape, some sort of, as it were, some old unused tapes to see if we can get some good quality out of it. There you go. Man, that's terrible. Let's stop that. And we'll eject that. And out it comes. Channel 1, but of course there's no coaxial in the back there because it's an analog receiver. It's a working VCR. Brilliant. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and all comments are welcome. See you next time.